Hello sport fans, welcome to another exciting week. Exciting for me because the party in Rio de Janeiro is continuing, and of course with the exciting result, many exciting results coming in from Brazil. But before I go on with that particular one from Rio de Janeiro, I want to say a special shout out to YouTube for releasing my account for monetization again. Yuppie! Well, I'm excited about this because my account has been suspended for about, I think, 8 months to almost a year now for monetization because of some copyright issues. But finally, the message came in early last week that, of course, my account has been restored for monetization. So thank you, YouTube. Thank you for creating this beautiful platform for us to be able to share our knowledge, our experience with the whole world. But that's not where we're going today. But of course, to talk about the beautiful game, football. Exciting, I say. Results coming in from Brazil, and of course, so many shock as well. Imagine Brazil, the host nation, with Neymar and every other person in that squad unable to get 3 points so far in 2 games they've played. Shocking, not as if that is not shocking enough. Yesterday, Sunday, they could not beat Minos, Iraq. That's the name again, Iraq. Brazil 0, Iraq 0. In the 97th minute that game went on for, and of course it's been a very sad one for the host country in their football events. So many other countries are doing very well. I think United States in other sports with some gold medals already, but for Nigeria, well, very proud indeed of that squad with all the challenge they went through via their arriving in Rio de Janeiro. They eventually are the only country, actually not the only country, they and Portugal are the only 2 countries to qualify for the last 8 of that football tournament in the Rio Olympics, where of course Portugal defeated Honduras yesterday, and of course Nigeria defeated Sweden by 1-0. There is a new star that is born in that Nigerian squad. He is 18-year-old Umar Sadiq, playing for Roma Football Club in Italy. Fantastic young man, and like I said in one of my tweets in their first game on Thursday against Japan, that this guy Umar Sadiq reminds me so much of the young Nwankwo Kanu, former Nigeria's keeper, and of course popularly known as Papilo. Well, Umar Sadiq, I think, has a very good future ahead of him. He scored the first goal for Nigeria in that game against Japan that ended 5-4 on Thursday night. Of course, you know the team had about 6 hours before the game against Japan, but they went on to win that game 5-4. It was a 9-goal thriller, but in the end, Nigeria got the 3 points needed. Of course, another player that I must not do without mentioning is Ogenekaro Etebo. I think that guy deserves not to be in the Portuguese league. He is a La Liga material. He is of maybe French League, or who knows, maybe La Liga or the prestigious English Premier League. I think definitely he is going to move. 4 goals for him in the first game against Japan. Fantastic player, and of course he reminds me also so much of Dan Debut and Mokachi, but I think a better version of Amokachi there. So Team Nigeria, go for the gold. I'm sure 20 years on since we last won the gold medal with the coach that you have at the helm of affairs, Sam Siasia, I think gold is very sure for Nigeria. Because whatever happens in that match, which I know they are not going to lose, Nigeria already qualified for the last 8. And while we know the first 2 teams to qualify for the last 8, we know the first 2 teams that are out of the Olympic football. That is Fiji Island, and the other one is very shocking to me, and that is one of the African representatives in the men's football event, Algeria. They lost their first game to Honduras, and of course yesterday they also lost to Argentina. Argentina were down by one man, but still at that, Algeria could not win that game. Argentina won it by 2-1. Quick result in the International Champions Cup, which is a top friendly tournament eventually in August. Well, one of the most beautiful results over the weekend. On Saturday, Liverpool defeated Barcelona by 4-0. Yes, 4 goals, 4 unreplied goals against Barcelona. They have Lionel Messi, they have Suarez, they have Mascherano, they have all their players, they have all those machineries, well, in the starting lineup for them. But Liverpool did a very good job by beating them by 4 unreplied goals in that one. Chelsea also played their last friendly game on Saturday as well on Sunday, I think on Sunday against Werder Bremen, winning that one by 4-2. Werder Bremen scoring 2 goals. Pedro, Oscar, Diego Costa, all of them scoring. And of course, N'Golo Kante starting that game for Chelsea in that particular one. And of course, opener, the English Premier League season opener, which is always the Community Shield, was played yesterday, watched by almost 1 billion people across the world. You know, the English Premier League is known by its popularity and of course by the viewership it enjoys across the world, from China to Japan to Africa. Very, very popular brand indeed. And of course, one of the biggest brands they've got is Manchester United. That is Zlatan Ibrahimovic making the headline, scoring the winning goal for Manchester United in that 2-1 win for Manchester United against Leicester City. Did you see the goal by Lingard? Well, I think it took out almost the entire defense team of Leicester to score that beautiful first goal for Manchester United. But Ahmed Musa, our own Nigerian international, providing the assist for Jamie Vardy to equalize for Leicester City before Zlatan scored the winning goal for Manchester United. Of course, there was some controversy as well in that game. Juan Mata coming on as a sub in the second minute, and of course, subbing him on the game in before the end of the game. That is Jose Mourinho this time around, and of course, Juan Mata could not hide his feeling. He showed he was really, really mad. But the coach actually came out at the end of the day, said he was mad, but at the end of the day, they did what they had to do by winning the game. Hopefully, Juan Mata will stay for Manchester United. Finally, before I go today, the biggest transfer of the season. And of course, I'm not playing any race card here, but as at today, the richest and most expensive footballer in the world is a black man. Of course, that is Paul Pogba of France, and of course the Guinean-born player from Africa. Indeed, he has just signed for Manchester United for a 102 million pounds for Manchester United from Juventus. Of course, big one for Manchester United. I think he's about now having his medical. Of course, it's going to be a done deal. But for Manchester United to win the Premier League, but who knows? But I can actually say that this will be the toughest English Premier League season ever since the league has started in 1992. Finally on the platform today, Limitless Soccer, Jesse, former Real Madrid striker, supporting striker, have signed for Paris Saint-Germain early this morning, Monday. Well, guys, this is about the little I'm able to bring for you today in the world of the beautiful game. So many more stories happening, but if you want to know more, follow me on all my social media platforms, on Instagram, on Soccer, and on my Facebook is just my name, Bayonle Arashi. Till I come your way again next week Monday. Awesome, and I love you all. Bye bye now.